You know, motorbike sales tell you what we owners are interested in. Going down, sales of sports bikes and race replicas. Going up are sales of dual sport bikes. Legal on the road, but good for a 1,000-mile dash across the Sahara. Also called enduro or adventure bikes. Today, I'm going to learn to ride one. Well, I guess the biggest adventure most of us do on a bike like this is riding on tarmac, but in this kind of rain. But if you want to take a dual sport bike, a very heavy bike like this off-road, then you need some training. And I know a man who can help. So I'm heading up to Yorkshire to ride with Lyndon Poskitt. He's a top adventure rider and has just come back from South America, where he was taking part in the legendary 8,000-kilometre Dakar rally. Tell me about the Dakar. I mean, what does it take to do 100 miles an hour on sand with very large rocks hidden in it?
The big thing about the Dakar rally is the longevity of it. The Dakar is 14 days long, typically, and you're doing hundreds of kilometres a day. Some days are up to 800 and 900 kilometres long. The overall race is thousands of kilometres long. So, you know, you can imagine you've got this huge monster ahead of you to achieve, and it's about every day. It's about finishing every day. So you start early in the morning, sometimes as early as 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and you could be on the bike till 6-7 o'clock in the evening. And it's a very big combination from riding on the street to riding sand, rocks, in the altitude. Even in this year's Dakar, we had torrential rain one day, so we had mudslides and river crossings. It's just a vast array of different terrains, and that's what makes it so exciting.
And they're doing all that at 100 miles an hour while navigating across South America. This adventure talk is getting to me. Can we go riding now?
Well, I think the weather's trying to indicate that we should put our helmets on, Henry.
Oh, we'll put anything on, mate. Let's just go riding in this beautiful summer's afternoon, shall we? The weather's filthy, and so will I be if I come off my bike. I've done a bit of trials and motocross, but dual sports bikes like this KTM 1190 I'm on are heavy. What happens if you do drop one of these beasts?
If you're going to go off-road, inevitably the chances of you dropping the bike and falling, it is going to happen. You need to know how to pick it up. So if it is a big heavy bike, you need to know the best possible way to get it upright, especially if you're going to think about riding alone.
Now that is a key, isn't it? If you're riding alone and you can't pick it up, you really are stuffed. You'll be camping for many a month. The problem with a bike that's a jack of all trades is that you might end up with the wrong tyres, as I have. Believe me, you don't really want road tyres when you're being dished up handfuls of mud. Lyndon's handling is a bit better. But then A, he knows what he's doing, and B, he's on his Dakar bike.
It's built for a specific task in hand. Now, the main reason for it being the size it is, two things. You need to cover big distances, so it holds 36 litres of fuel in 3 separate fuel tanks. Another thing is suspension. It's probably got 4 or 5 inches more suspension travel than the bike that we've got here. It has to absorb much higher impacts. You're travelling at high speed over rough terrain. Another big difference is the engine size. For the Dakar, the engines are limited to 450cc.
But you know what? On my heavy adventure bike with its road tyres, I'm not doing too bad. Now look, I'm really surprised how easy that is to control on dirt. Even with road tyres on, all right, you know, when I go into a corner, I am sort of tightening up, but I'm thinking road tyres, mud, oh my gosh.
You just kept it nice and steady, kept making progress, because while you're moving, you're making progress. As soon as you drop the bike, you slow your day down. You're doing the right thing in standing up. When you're on an off-road surface, the bike does move around a little bit more, and I can see that you're moving your body weight around, and that's a real positive. It's a good place to start. When you've got limited traction, it's important just to back off and brake that little bit earlier. The last thing you want to do is be overshooting a corner and end up in the trees or something. Thankfully, we haven't found you in the trees yet.
Well, no, absolutely. If you want to take your dual-purpose bike off-road, get yourself down to a school, I reckon, or find yourself a Lyndon. That's enough enjoying myself.